Give me 1 second. Okay. This meeting of the Monroe Township Board of Education is now in session. I'd ask everyone to please rise and join me in the pledge. I have a here is Mr. Rusky. Is this okay?
You got it right there.
Okay.
A little low.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Excellent, Steve.
Thank you. Mr. Gorski, you can do the roll call.
Yes, sir. Mrs. Arminio. Mrs. Arminio. Mr. Chiarella.
Here.
Mrs. DeMeo.
Here.
Mrs. Koloponowicz.
Here.
Mr. Nicotinsky.
Here.
Mr. Pelori.
Here.
Mr. Ryback.
Here.
Mrs. Siegel.
Here.
Mr. Tefano.
Did we get everybody, Mike? I couldn't.
And Mr. Rutsky.
Here, now you have everybody.
I believe the only person missing is Mrs. Arminio, and she's trying to log in as we speak. I'll mark her as soon as she joins the meeting. It's present.
Okay. So we have a statement.
Board President, you have a quorum present this
Thank you.
evening?
We can read the statement.
Yes. In accordance with the provisions of the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law, the Monroe Township Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted May 1st, 2020 at all schools, the Home News Tribune, the Cranberry Press, and filed with the clerk of the municipality.
Okay, thank you. This is a special meeting. I have two motions I'd like to read. First one is, I make a motion that the Board of Education suspend the operation of bylaw 0164 and bylaw 01672. 1, the board to conduct only one public forum at this evening's public meeting. 2, limit public forum to no more than 10 minutes in duration. And three, limit the statements made by each member of the public to no more than 1.5 minutes in duration. I have a second.
Second.
Okay.
Who was the second?
Mr. Rutsky?
No, Peter. Peter.
Thank you.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I am here, if you can hear me.
I hear you, Michelle. Thank you, Ms. Arminio. Any opposed? Next motion, I make a motion for the Board of Education to appoint Kathy Koloponowicz as temporary board secretary for the discussion concerning the superintendent's evaluation in closed session this evening in accordance with NJSA 18A:16-1.1.
Second.
Do I have a second? I couldn't hear you.
Ken seconded it.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any abstentions? Motion passes. Okay, we can move now to the public forum. We have 10 minutes. Mr. Gorski, you'll be timing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. We have anyone from the public? Washington, you there?
Mr. Ryback, you said 1.5 minutes, correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
Was that voted on?
Yes.
I missed that vote, huh?
I don't know. I didn't hear Mr. Washington. If there's anyone from the public?
Mic is still off.
Wait us 1 second.
Board President, you have Parash Parab.
I believe Mr. Washington said we have Prakash Parab.
Oh, okay. I couldn't hear him. Welcome, Prakash.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can now.
Okay, thank you very much. Only one comment, 1.5 minutes I have. But I have reviewed all the 3 plans for the high school, only 187 students. We are adding capacity, which leads to 2,000. And the projections for 2025 for the high school is about 2,900. So we'll be having 900 students unhoused. So I request that please, in the plans A, B, C, increase the capacity for the high school. That is my request. Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you, Prakash. Any other member of the public?
Mr. Board President, you have Pradeep Mom.
Pradeep, welcome, Pradeep.
You have the floor. Pradeep, are you there? Are you there? President, there are no other hands raised.
I'm sorry, was there anybody else? Was nobody else?
No one else, Mr. President.
I can't hear Mr. Washington.
Steve, there's no one else.
Oh, okay. Pradeep is not speaking? All right, we'll move on. Not having.
Steve, can I ask you for a small favor?
Sure.
Could you move the camera so that you're in the center of the frame?
I can't see my own picture here, so it's why I can't tell. Is that better?
A little better. Okay, thank you.
I can't see myself in here. Okay. All right, we did the public forum. We can now move to a closed session resolution. Be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Township of Monroe hereby moves to go into closed session in accordance with the Sunshine Law, Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, NJSA 10:4-6 to 10:4-21, to discuss the following subjects: harassment, intimidation, and bullying appeals, MTSAA negotiations, superintendent evaluation.
So moved.
Following closed session action may be taken. The discussion conducted in closed session can be disclosed to the public at such time as the need for confidentiality no longer exists.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Mr. Ryback, may I speak to that before we vote?
Yes.
Okay, ordinarily, if we take action after this resolution, we have voted to have an open public forum specifically on the closed session resolutions if some come to the table. So I would ask that we continue that if we do have an action. If we don't have an action, it's sort of a moot point. I could relinquish my claim, but I believe that if we do have an action, it should be open to the public afterwards.
Well, we only have one public session, but the actions are usually not allowed for us to talk about at that time.
If you have an action and it's resolved, it's still, we always have a after closed session, we should have a public forum. That's how it has been. So I would just like to put that, I will try to move that at the end if you want to open the forum if we have an action.
Okay, that's better. Thank you. All right, so now we can take a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Is that everybody? Any opposed? Okay.
That was everybody.
Motion
Andy's
passed.
opposed.
We can now go to
How long?
Steve,
you
Steve,
have to say
1
how long
second.
it's gonna be.
one at a time. Andy, and then I get.
So that everybody's on the same page, could you make sure that what the next steps are and how we're joining so that we don't have any delays, please?
I sent thank you. I sent the email out. We're going to be on WebEx now. And then when we talk about the superintendent, we're going to be on a Zoom, and Rupa is going to give you the information on that.
But for right now, what we need to do is once we log off of WebEx, you should be logging into the Zoom that I sent you this afternoon for the HIB appeals.
Okay, perfect.
Dory, I'm sorry to ask this question one more time. So we log out of the WebEx, not just cut the audio, video and go to the Zoom?
Yeah, you can log out and then you can log in when we're finished with closed session because you'll be on
Thank you.
2 different Zooms and then coming back to this.
When we're done, ultimately, after everything, we have to go back into WebEx to close out the meeting, I believe. So right now, we're logging out, we'll go into the Zoom that Dory sent, and then we'll go into a Zoom that Rupa has us going to. Hope it's not too confusing, but we'll log out now.
How long will this be? You have to tell the public, Mr. Ryder.
Well, I figure
An approximate, anyway.
an hour, maybe a little more.
Okay. So the public is aware in case they want to stay connected.
Thank you.
Wait a minute, I have a question. We just mute our video and our,
We have to log out of here, and then we're going to be logging into a Zoom invitation that Dr. Albert sent us.
Yeah, that was my question too, Jill.
Yes.
You're not going to be able to be logged into WebEx and Zoom at the same time if you're on the same
I
device.
didn't realize we were having 2 Zoom meetings.
Yes.
You have one for the HIB appeals, and then there has to be a separate one for the superintendent's evaluation because I cannot be in that one.
Okay, but why did we didn't do Zoom last time for closed session. Why are we doing Zoom now?
Because we have the HIB appeals, so we have parents coming to this meeting.
Okay. All right, that makes sense. Thank you.
Yep.
So we'll log it out.
Okay, well,
I'm going to make a motion to adjourn. Let me just state that the next scheduled Board of Education meeting is for May 11th, Monday, 7 p.m. The agenda says at Monroe Township High School. I think it will be a virtual meeting, however. I will make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second? All those in favor?
who was the second?
Peter Tefano, the second.
Seconded. Any opposed?
I'm going to abstain. This is Michelle. I'm abstaining.
Okay, Michelle's abstaining. I think the motion passes. No recusals. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you all. See you
Good
Monday.
night, everybody.
Good night.